everyone, and welcome to my channel. Isabel here, and I'm so happy that you can join me today for this video. And as you can see here on my table, today we're going to be talking about memorydex cards, Valentine's Day, and how is it that I put a card like this together. We're gonna make one, so you can see my process. I have some pieces that are already ready. So this is not like a very long video. So as always, you know that the sky is the limit, and you can use whatever that you have in your stash. This is just for inspiration and for giving you ideas on how to use what you might already have, or just change the pieces and create amazing stuff. Okay, so as you can see, I have a lot of things going on here on each little card, and as you remember, I love chunky projects, so these cards have a lot of dimension, and I have some layers, and I am using some things that I already had here on my table that I've been using on my cards and other projects, and that's what I do. You know, I love thinking outside the box, and I try to use everything that I have, because that is so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna show you right now all the supplies that I used to create these cards, and then we are going to create one. Okay, just let me put these two cuties over here. And for the base of my card, I used this die that I showed you the other day, and I really hope that you can see the name of the store. I got this die from Amazon, and this is the name of the store. Okay, and for this card, I didn't use the letters. I just used these two dies. This is for my base, and I cut these twice in white cardstock, glue them together because I really love my bases to be like really sturdy, especially here in this area where you need to be putting them on your tray or your spinner. So that's why I always use my base in double layer. And then for the layer, I used this one, and I used pink cardstock, and I am using regular white glue to put everything together, and also a little bit of hot glue. Okay, so this is the first die that I used. Okay, and let me put one of my cards over here so you can see what is it that I'm talking about. So this is the base, and this is the layer in pink. And then if you see, my focal point is the jar, and for this one I used a die. And let me take this out of the bag because I know that the glare is so annoying. So this is the die that I used from Jaded Blossom. Super cute. You get 4 pieces in this set. So I used this one, and the smaller lid. Okay, this one comes with stamp set, this one over here, but I didn't use the stamp, only the dies. Okay, and then if you see these cute hearts, these are cross-stitched, super adorable, and this is an amazing die. This one is by Marianne Designs. This is the die that I used, and I'm just using half of it. Super cute and adorable. So it makes all the holes for you to cross stitch, and I think it looks super amazing. Look at this, super cute, super cute. Then my flowers, you know that I make them using the Tim Holtz die, and that is called Tattered Pine Cone. So I use different cardstocks, and that's what I do for my flowers. And then for the leaves, I used a Martha Stewart punch. This one over here, super adorable. And what I like about this punch is that you can use the whole piece, or you can use just half of it, and it is super cute. Okay, then if you see, this jar is a shaker, of course, and I had tons of tiny hearts over here in brown, red, and pink. And for these hearts I used another Martha Stewart punch, this one over here, super adorable, and it cuts all of this in one time. Okay, and then what else do I have here? Oh yeah, I had these banners with a happy Valentine's Day sentiment that I've been using on my cards, and that is a die, I mean a stamp, and let me see if I can find it. I don't have it. Oh, here it is. This is the stamp that I've been using, and this is the kind of stamp that you get in the $2 bins over at Michael's. So I had these banners because I used them in one of my Valentine's greeting cards, and so I decided that it was perfect for my memorydex card, and so I used them. Okay, and then if you see, I have this heart over here, and these hearts were created with my Cricut machine because I was working in another project. So I had the hearts here on my table, and that's why I decided that they would look amazing here in the corner of the jar. And for the clear part of my jar, I'm using a piece of acetate, and every time that I create shakers, because of the acetate, I use glossy accents to put everything together. And to give the thickness, I used foam board from the dollar store. And of course, look at this beautiful twine over here. And this is the one that I picked from Marshall's last year for Christmas. And I love it because it has white, red, and gold. And this is something that I love about Christmas and Valentine's Day, that they share the colors, so it's amazing. And then I use this little button over here for my stash, and I use some distress ink over here. And then if you see these tiny dots that I have in this corner, and then over here, these are created with my Nuvo crystal drops, and the color is, let me see, red berry. Okay, so this is everything that is happening over here. If you see, the banner is glued just by this side, the flowers are glued with hot glue, and then my jar, I added some foam tape behind it because I knew I was going to be adding the heart and also this trim over here, so I needed some space for them to be behind my jar. And I think this one looks super girly, super Valentine's, and I just love, love, love it. And these are ready to go in the mail. Super cute. So let's create one, and here I have everything that we need to create the card. So this is going to be my base, and I have two pieces of white cardstock glued together, and then the pink layer on top. So this is how it looks. Look at this die. It is super adorable. It is a little bit smaller than the ones from Heidi Swap, but I really love the border, and I love that it comes with this layer. Okay, so I'm gonna start by adding the jar, and I already have some foam tape in the back, so just let me take the backing paper. And I'm gonna tell you a secret today, and it is that every time that I use foam tape, I always use my tacky glue. Just putting some dots on top of each piece of foam tape, because you know, over the time, foam tape is not sticky anymore. So what I do is that I always add a little bit of white glue. And then I'm gonna add my jar over here at an angle, and it is super easy. Look at that. Look at that. I love this. Okay, after this, I'm going to add this little banner, and this is how it looks. Okay, it is super cute. So what this die does is that it is going to cut just the holes, and then I use my scissors to create this shape, because that doesn't do the die doesn't do that. Okay, it just go straight, and you need to cut the shape that you want or you need with your scissors. Okay, so look at this, super adorable. So what I'm doing is that I'm adding some hot glue here in the tips of each heart, and then I'm gonna go behind my jar just like this, because I want this to be peeking. And look at that, super cute and adorable. And please don't mind the mess, because you know that I'm always a mess with the glue, white glue, hot glue, and yeah, that's me. Okay, after this we are going to add the flowers, and I'm using 2 red ones and one pink, because I really think it looks adorable. And as always, I love using 3 flowers every time that I am creating a cluster of flowers. So here I have 2, and then I'm gonna put the pink one in between the 2 red ones. And if you see, I'm not using that much of hot glue, just a little bit for them to stay in place. And I hold them just a couple of seconds just to be sure that they're gonna stay in place. And trying to get all the webs. I don't know. Oh my goodness. This is so much fun. I know that you already know that I'm a mess with the glue. Okay, these are the leaves. Okay, and what I do is that before gluing them, I make sure that they're gonna fit behind my flowers, and they do. So I'm gonna use my fine tip glue bottle, because it's easier and less mess. So I just add a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna put it over here. And then for the second one, I'm gonna add this one here in the corner. And look at that, just adorable. I love that. Okay, then I need to add the other heart, and this one is going to go over here in the corner. And this is I feel the stop because of the foam tape, and that is great, because that is going to tell me when I need to stop pushing my heart, and that is the perfect place. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue over here at the bottom part, and I'm gonna put it like this. And then this was the banner that was ready for my other project, but since I'm not using it anymore and I'm gonna use it over here, what I do is that I'm gonna trim this part, okay, and I'm gonna add a little bit of glue over here, and I'm going to glue it on top of the edge of my jar. So this is going to be like really kind of flying, but I love that. Okay, and if you want, you can put the twine on top of this, or you can leave it behind the banner. That's up to you. And last but not least, we need to add the button, and here it is. If you see, this one is different from the other two, but that's okay, because we are using what we have in our stash. So I'm gonna put the button over here, and my card is ready, and I really think that they look just adorable. And then we need to add the drops over here. So I'm gonna add 3 here on the corner, and then I'm gonna add other 3 over here. And my card is ready. So if you see nothing fancy or complicated, I'm gonna tell you that maybe what took me more time to do, maybe this little banner, because it is cross stitch, and maybe the jar because it's a shaker, so I need to be cutting like too many pieces and then put them together. And you know that you need to wait for the glossy accents to dry, but I mean, it is so worth it, because if you see, there is nothing fancy or complicated over here, just putting everything together. And I think this is a very lovely memorydex card, and I really hope that the receivers love these cards, because I do, and I also hope that you love them, because I mean, what is not to love about them, right? Okay, ladies, so this is my share for today. I really hope that you get some inspiration, that you are working on your Valentine's projects. And if you are sharing over at Instagram, please tag me, because I love seeing everything that you create. And believe it or not, I also get inspired by you. So thank you for that. And also, thank you very much for joining me today and watching my video. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you want to share with your friends, I will appreciate that very much. But in the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Remember to always have a huge smile. And I promise that I will be back very soon. Bye.